Just asked about you and your development and whatnot. Just how has your preseason gone for you? How's your summer gone? How are you feeling at this point of the season?
Yeah, it's going really well. I think just the transition that I've made from year one, like this time last year, to now is night and day, and everything's starting to slow down. You're understanding like why coaches are calling plays and the ins and outs of the defense and stuff like that. So just taking that next step has been huge for me.
The next step, your pass with Marvin Harrison. How is he taking the next step? He's now with some of the receivers departing last year. He might have that garnered role. How is he taking?
Yeah, I think Marvin gave everybody a preview of what he's capable of in the Rose Bowl, and I think he's in line for a huge year. So I'm excited. He's one of the hardest working guys I know, and I think his talent and his work ethic is really going to show this season.
Kyle, you played a game last year, started a game, you won a game.
Yeah.
But a year later now, how much different do you feel about your confidence, your overall preparation, the performer you are now compared to what you did a year ago? Where are you now?
Right. I think last year getting a chance to play was huge. Getting that opportunity to go out there and get game experiences, it really did me a lot of good things. And I think this year, if that same opportunity happens, I know I'll be ready because I know what to expect. I know, how to prepare like a starter and how to approach the game and stuff like that. So getting that opportunity last year was definitely huge.
On that note, in the spring we asked you a little bit about this, the fact that there's a patience involved here, understanding that there's an established starter now versus what you would ordinarily come into a program thinking you might do.
Right.
How is it being in the regular season now as you get ready for it, understanding that you are one play away from the field?
Right.
How does it change your mentality?
That's just the mindset I've really had all last year after they named CJ the starter, and then now carrying that same mindset into this year. And even though you're not getting all the reps with the ones and you're not going out there with the starters, you still have to prepare like you are the starter. And I think it's tough because sometimes it's easy to let your mind slip and like, oh, I'm not going to see the field, like CJ's the guy. But it's been definitely my mindset in the front of my mind that you have to prepare like the starter, and that you really are one play away.
Do you feel like you are the number 2 at this point, or do you not know?
I'm not gonna let Coach Day talk about that.
I'm not sure how much you have been aware of it, but the Big Ten announced its new media deal and whatnot. I asked CJ because the Big Ten wants to be a coast-to-coast conference now with UCLA, USC. For you, I know you're more East Coast, maybe. As well as the appeal of the Big Ten, maybe more so than Ohio State when you were considering your recruitment.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, like Ohio State is, end-all be-all college football. Like it has literally everything you could want in a school. And the Big Ten's a great conference. I think, you look on both sides, it's got, loaded teams really on the East and the West. And, if you come here, you're going to see the best of the best. And so that was really one of the biggest things. I think everybody likes to talk about the SEC, but I think the Big Ten is right there as well.
How hard is it to change your mentality as a quarterback from high school to college? In high school, you are, the man. Everyone, you feel like you can make any throw anytime you want. You get here, defenses are a little faster, guys are reading you a little bit better.
Yeah, I think really when I first got here in the spring, that first spring practice, I was like, wow, like this isn't high school anymore. The windows are a lot tighter, everybody's moving faster, the play calling is a little more complex, but the more you get used to it and the more time you spend in the system, I feel like the more comfortable you get and you start feeling like your old self.
Do you learn from watching? Like CJ is very calculated with the ball.
Right.
JT Barrett would never throw it in a window that was potentially a turnover.
Right.
Do you have to rein yourself in, or do you feel like you're learning that by watching what CJ and those guys are?
Yeah, I think you definitely learn. I mean, CJ's been great. He's been like a big brother to me, and just learning off things that he sees and talking to him about the little small details of the game has been huge. And so obviously, like what he's done last year, I think, I just want to soak all that information, and he's been great, like a great big brother to talk to.
Do you think Jackson should not be allowed to practice because he's too good? This is a conversation I've been having with some coworkers. I think Jackson practicing is unfair to the defense, and that it's not good for the other receivers. Do you think he should have to sit?
I mean, he's ridiculous. He'll, run a route in practice and then make a ridiculous catch, and just mind blowing. But I think, I mean, I like playing with them, but I'm sure the defense would say otherwise.
Ask Ryan about CJ's progression and being able to ask. He was talking about CJ's ability to be able to ask why he's doing things and not just how to do them. Do you feel like you're getting that point into the playbook? I feel like you're getting deep enough into it where you can start asking those questions?
100%. I think that was one of the things that I hit on earlier. I think that when you understand why you're making a read and why they're calling a play, I think that really allows you to take it to the next step rather than them just telling you what to do and where to go with the ball. If you see this, go here, and then, once you take that next step, understanding why I'm going here and, what coverage this route beats and stuff like that.
Do you even understand how big of a leap you'd be able to make from year 1 to year 2?
Say that again?
Obviously, everybody makes that leap from year 1 to year 2. You start to understand things more, but did you even underestimate how big that jump is?
I mean, honestly, I thought the biggest leap would be, going from freshman year spring ball to freshman year fall camp. But I think really once you get a full season in and a full off season in, and you really start to understand, like I said, like the ins and outs of the offense, everything just starts to slow down a little bit. Now going into my second season, I think that leap is huge, and I didn't really even know that it was going to be like that. And it's funny, I was talking to Braxton Miller when he was here having a camp, and that's what I said to him, that the jump from year 1 to year 2 has been huge. And he's like, bro, just wait until you go from year 2 to year 3, like it's even bigger. So I'm definitely excited and falling in love with the process. I think has been really the main thing.
A follow-up on Spencer's question really quick. Do you think being able to have seen the field last year in action, do you think that's helped you bridge that gap a little bit better?
Yeah, 100%. I think, you can practice and you can watch film all you want, but nothing really compares to actually getting out there and playing a real game. And so that experience last year was awesome, and allowing me to get out there and learn and get in the flow of a game, I think really helped push my progress in becoming a better quarterback to the next level.